We want people to think that we're smart. We want people to think that we're wise. We want people to come to us with their problems, and yet we can't take our own advice. Welcome back to Dodo's Den, and today's topic is take your own advice. So I made a video around maybe a little over a week ago. I think it was 5 days ago exactly. And I was talking about how you need to speak up. Basically, the whole video talks about how I did not speak up younger parts of my life, and things didn't go the way I wanted to. And I understood that if I want things to go the way I want to, I need to speak up. What happened after that? You may wonder. There was a girl I've been meaning to talk to who was outside my cafeteria here on campus. And I'd really been wanting to talk to this girl. I've been looking for a good moment where we don't have class, we don't have anything to worry about, and there's just not really anything going on. I had the most perfect moment ever. I think she had just got out of the cafeteria. I had not planned this. We had left at the exact same time. She told her friend bye, and I was panicking. I didn't know what to do. I was going to walk her away, but I'm like, I don't want to be weird, so I was on my phone. I called back a spam caller that said spam. I called them back. I said, hello. Why did I do this? I guess because I was nervous. And then she starts walking away, and I'm like, I could say your name. We don't have class right now. It could be the best moment ever. And she just walks away. Not a thought in her mind that I ever wanted to interact with her. I think she told me thank you when I held the door open for her, and I said, oh, you're welcome. That was it. I didn't speak up. I didn't take my own advice. I feel like this is a problem a lot of guys have. I don't know about girls, but us guys, we love to give advice. Taking it, that's another story. I don't know why we act this way. I think my life would be so much better if I literally did some of the things that I was telling other people to do. For some reason, we have this idea in our minds that we're too far gone. I love helping people that are younger than me and being like, hey, I've done this before and it didn't go good when I did this, so don't do that. And they'll get out of the problem. But then I will still be in the same problem I helped them get out of, because for some reason, I don't think that I'm savable, or whatever else you want to say. I need to understand that I can take advice from anyone. I actually pride myself on that. I love meeting new people. I love leaving the country and asking people for advice, because their advice could be way different than the advice I hear here in the United States. And I get it. I take it and I use it. And sometimes I even put it in my notes and I remember it and I meditate on it for years. Yet I can say something to someone on a video, clearly, reaching the world, and I can't take my own advice. Why is it that we do this? And I think it's an ego thing. I think we really want to show that we know a lot. Show that we can help somebody. Show that we can literally put someone in a better situation because we've done something similar. I've been here before. Let me tell you now how to do this. Hey, whippersnapper. Hey, young buck. Listen to a vet, right? It's like points to give advice. But then we'll fall in the same problem we just helped someone get out of. It's all ego. And I need to understand that I need to kill this ego that I have. Because I'm being honest, I had the opportunity to talk to that girl. For some reason, I convinced myself that I shouldn't talk to this girl because I was having to say her name and call her out and be like, hey, excuse me, and like her to come to me. And I was thinking, no, I can't do that. I need to in front of this girl and let her come to I need to let her walk into me and act like it just happened. Like, I'm literally trying to make things happen by coincidence, even though I'm setting them up. It's premeditated. I'll be honest, there's some girls that I will literally try to walk in front of them. If I want to talk to them, I will turn around and say, oh, hey, didn't see you there, and then start a conversation. But it's all ego. It's want to build this idea that I'm just cool. Things happen to me. I don't have to try because it's just going to happen. But in reality, it's not just happening. I'm making these things happen. It's not by coincidence. Honestly, if you get caught doing that, it's terrible. It looks terrible on you. But it's just way better to just stop someone, interrupt them, and say, hey, I wanted to talk to you about something, or hey, how are you? Anything. Better than the ego crap that I've been doing. Ego is killing my opportunity to take my own advice. Because even though I give advice and I tell how it's terrible if you do something a certain way, I will still go do it because I have this ego. I have this thought that I need to be a certain way. Certain people need to think about me a certain way. I want people to have this perception of me. It's all ego. I don't know the definition of ego, but that's got to be pretty close. Think about ego lifting in the gym. That's a big gym term. It's when you lift a lot of weights with terrible form because you want people to think you lift a lot, even though you look awful doing it. But some people, they don't know better, so they actually may think you lift a lot of weights. Why? I need to do better. If you're someone who has ego stopping you from taking your own advice, you got to do better. You got to take your own advice because we give some of the best advice ever. I had a buddy in college. I roomed with him for a long time, and he gave some of the best advice ever. But he will openly tell you, he does not take his advice. He thinks his life would be way better if he did, but he doesn't. It's ego. We want people to think that we're smart. We want people to think that we're wise. We want people to come to us with their problems, and yet we can't take our own advice. I was in a meeting, I think Friday, for a company I'm going to be working for overseas after I graduate, and he asked me, what is some qualities you look for in a leader? And I said how, I want my leader to be very personable. I want him to maybe not act out of emotion. I don't want him to get super angry or super sad. I just want him to show that he's holding me to his higher standard than I'm performing at. And whenever I fall short, he needs to remind me of that. And just be someone I can talk to, someone that there's a line of respect that they would never cross, but they also feel like I'm their friend and they can come to. And I said all these things, beautiful things that you should have in a leader that I look for. And then he asked me later on in the call, it was over Zoom, I think Google Meet actually, and he said, would you ever see yourself becoming a leader? And I described myself as this person who always wanted to be off to the side, that to have people come to them for advice and they were just really personal with, and just someone that is a great person you would come to, just not a leader. And I said, oh, I could never be a leader. And this guy stops me and he's like, Dorian, you just described yourself as someone with the qualities of a leader based on what you just described you wanted to see it as in a leader. He just told me, how can you describe that you want to see something in a leader and be that exact thing? And I said, I never thought about it that way. And I really thanked him. And it opened me up to realize that sometimes I don't even realize that I'm not taking my own advice. But if I start to, it can make everything so much better. I can literally be a leader to people. I can impact other people through taking my own advice. And when I think about it like that, it makes me want to do it a little more. Understand that you taking your own advice not only helps you, it helps you both seem credible, because people can say, oh, well, he takes his own advice, so he actually knows what he's talking about. But it could also help someone, because through you and taking your own advice, you can impact other people. So whenever you tell people better ways to do things, and you're just giving someone a blueprint on how to not do something wrong, remember and just think, I want to use this advice for myself. Take your own advice. Don't be like me and just make all these videos and not even do anything of what you're telling people to do. Hopefully that I'm doing some of it, but it really hit me that I made that video and I think it was an hour later, not even, it may have been like 45 minutes, because right after I posted the video or made it, I went to the cafeteria to eat and this whole situation happened. And I literally went back to my room, I looked in the mirror, I said, you just made an entire video about this. Do better. I gotta do better. I gotta take my own advice, because clearly I love giving it. So I need to start having joy in the fact that I can take it and not only benefit my own life, but benefit other people. Start taking your own advice, because it can be a blessing to other people around you. Thank you so much for watching this, listening to this, consuming this, wherever you're getting it from. This is Dodo, signing out. Peace.